Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Civilization Brave New World here. We're playing as the Maya, as Pacal, and we're going to continue where we left off here. So, here's another potential problem. So I just got a notification that Rome is a potential cultural victory contender here. So, that is a major concern, because they're probably already influential over me. Let's take a look at us here. We're like unknown and exotic, familiar. Oh, God. Yeah, they're highly influential over the Maya. And that's not going to change, nor do we necessarily want it to change. Oh, and Portugal no longer exists. Again. So it's Assyria that's keeping them from winning. That's not very good. I'm not sure if the Romans actually care, but that could cause us to lose. So we're going to do that. Hopefully that might erode things a little bit. It probably won't. We have no choice but to trade with them right now. And they just have way too much tourism at this point. They've taken over a couple of civilizations. Actually, no, not true. Actually, did they take Venice? I think they took... No, what happened is Monty took Venice, and then... I don't know, it's all very confusing. But what I believe happened is Monty took Venice, and then the Russians got into a war with Monty, and they took it for themselves. That's what happened, yes. I do believe that is what happened. Anyway, let's build a garden. Followed by just your standard run-of-the-mill bomber. Yeah, this is not good. Well, this is not necessarily bad either that Rome is so influential, because, I mean, we share an ideology, so that puts us in this position of we're content. So even though we just have, like, a few bits of happiness here, we're content.
Poco, pero a te considerando.
Not going to go for that trade. It doesn't seem worth it. Archibald has completed the Apollo program. We're now in number 4 in terms of science here. This is problematic. Alright, battleship finally finished. Excellent. What can we build in Chichen Itza here? Not a whole lot, if anything. Let's build a castle there. Build a castle, followed by a museum and a research lab, I guess? We're limited in terms of what things we can build right now. Son of a bitch. Mombasa's taken over that. Have alternate sources of aluminum? Because we're going to need these for rocket artillery at some point. Actually, you know what? Next trade unit that comes up, we'll just go ahead and we'll send it to Mombasa.
Poco offero a te considerando.
Not sure what will happen if I refuse this. I'll probably go straight into unhappiness, but I'm curious to see. I can always just rebuy that, rebuy a luxury from him if I refuse it. Mombasa election rigged, and yeah, as I thought, I went straight into negative happiness. By giving them a gift of 500. Let's see if we can maybe coup that city. Not quite. Alright, so let's try another 500, maybe? Sure. And that just made us an ally immediately. Okay, very good. What is their luxury resource? It's whales. Do we have whales? Why are there pirates here? Do we have any whales? No, we do not have whales. Let's go ahead. Let's just feed this city money. And I think I'm pretty confident we can coup that city. It's a 70% chance. It's still pretty good. Let's do it. And our spy is dead. And now they hate us. Oh, shit. You win some and you lose some, and we definitely lost that one. Alright. Well,
Procede.
I believe the going price for this is that. Let's try 8.
Certo non. Poco offero a te considerando.
We're all sorted out now. Oh, and that would be where the little bastards are coming from. We're gonna send a task force out there to actually deal with them. No, we don't have any particular interest in going to war against them, man. Going to war against them is just gonna lead to trouble. This asshole's still at war with Russia, though. Another war that I started? Here. This one used to go to Moscow. Still probably the best way to do things. Unless there's a more economical trade route. It doesn't look like that. The one that wanted me to connect here is Mombasa, and I've already done some other stuff for them. Just continue doing what you're doing. And you should also continue doing what you're doing. Go ahead and we'll build a workshop there and increase its production. And this worthless little patch of land here that's home to barbarians. I'll have to find something to do with that as well. Well, that's something we can do to it. Just send food. Yes, we can still send food. Excellent. so we're just going to set those guys up right there. And we'll have a great scientist coming in a couple of turns here. We'll go ahead and we'll light bulb him just to finish off rocketry. We'll push very hard for the Hubble telescope, and hopefully we'll have a great engineer for that by then. We'll see. Let's actually check. We have a great engineer coming in 3 turns. That's fantastic. Perfect timing. I'm curious what's going to happen with this vote, because I assume I'm just going to get extra delegates here. I'm not sure if Russia will as well. I think usually by default I win. The human player wins in the event of a tie. Anyway, we'll see. Great scientist coming in one more turn. Alright, so this city is as big as it's gonna have to... as big as it really needs to be. I think I'll actually just go for the cementing my influence over Mombasa here. Let's see what we can get. So Syria would be happy, Russia would be happy, Rome would be pissed. You know what, let's go for order. We can actually pass this one and get more delegates. Granted, that's going to give Rome more delegates and get them closer to a diplomatic victory, but it'll help us overall, methinks. In the meantime, we'll build a Colosseum here. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna just freeze this place again. We throw some more people onto this. Wow, this is kind of fucking wonky. Why the hell are they working that when they could be working this? Let's see, is there any other stupid tile assignments here? Not specifically, although this one would be better. Yeah, I like that. And we've been given a replacement spy. So we should go ahead and we should grab our replacement spy. Probably park him in that city. Yep, there we go. Russia has just announced has denounced Syria here, okay. Great scientist is born in Palenque. Well, let's speed this. Speed that along. Push right ahead into satellites. And hopefully we'll get another great scientist sooner than this 16 turns that it's telling me here. Although that's unlikely. Alright, so we're still number 4 in the tech rankings, but we are neck and neck. And as soon as Palenque is done with the fighter jets here, we'll have it start building the Apollo project. I'm curious what the hell happened to the great engineer here. 18 turns now. Man, we're never gonna get any fucking great engineers, yo. Great scientists are always just gonna push them back further and further. It's too bad. What we need is that hero of the people trait. So... there we go. Palinque is all decked out entirely for specialists. What that is not optimal. What that means is that's not fucking optimal at all. So yeah, I guess those tiles need to be locked. They're very good. Archibald has nukes. Wonderful. See, is Archibald still the most powerful military player in the game? He is. I was just checking there to see if I could have him go to war with... excuse me. See if I could get a nice long war brewing between Rome and Archibald, because... honestly, if I can get that, then it puts me in a better position. They're at each other's throats, they're completely distracted. And they might start nuking each other, which will really, really harm them, distract them, and keep them away from me. No, we absolutely do not want to attack Rome. That would be suicide. We do have the money to upgrade to rocket artillery, and we should be doing that with as soon as we can. We have the third strongest army in the world. How does that... who is Catherine at war with? Is she still at war with Archibald? No, she's at war with Rome. Okay, well... I guess I'll take it. 35 turns, that I will not take. That I will not accept. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see about borrowing some money from Rome. We could potentially sell one luxury. We could sell a bunch of iron, however. We don't really need iron that much anymore. I think 360 is what I can sell it for?
Non.
No?
Poco offero, a te considerando.
What'll you... son of a bitch, you're demanding iron. Fine. This then.
Consentio.
Alright, so we'll take a bit of a gamble with our happiness to just make sure that we've got a university up over here, and then we can attempt to finish Oxford in this city. See how much it costs for the... holy monkey shit! That is not even, like, worth it at all. Alright, well, that's... things are apparently expensive on Epic length games. Who knew? Get started on building our rocket artilleries. We'll get started on our bank and other military structures. those guys to sleep for now. We're going to rebase these guys over into Pacal, just to give them a good bit of range. And we're going to... we'll give them the interception from Ocean Line here. We're also going to check out where any additional war would be. So we do want to grab Singapore if possible. We'll actually go ahead and move this spy who's in that other city. We'll move him over to Singapore.
Salve.
So our research agreement with the Romans is complete. That's good. That's pushed us ahead. That's gotten us a lot closer to... being able to... Yeah, that'll actually finish at the exact same time. We'll get our great engineer and we'll hopefully be able to build the Hubble telescope in here. And we'll hopefully be in relatively good shape. We'll see. We can only hope. Let's get intercept. I wonder what happens if we just, like, take all these specialists off. That's actually going to slow things down by any sort of turns whatsoever. Just take all of them off and set them all to the production-focused areas here. No, it doesn't look like it does much of anything, except drastically improve production. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Unfortunately, we're going to get a mediocre-ish tech out of this one. When we do get it. Because satellites is going to finish up first. And then this is going to finish up exactly on the following turn. And then we're going to... or at least that's how I think it's going to turn out. So, anyway, at this point, there's no point in using a free technology on satellites. It's pretty much done. So we'll use it on the one that reveals uranium. And we will... we'll get some extra science out of our 2 academies here, which will be nice. And we'll get a... We pretty much need to clear up basically all the science here to get the science victory, so... Guess we'll do that. We'll do the market next. But yeah, we want that stinking Hubble telescope. At all costs, we want that damn thing. Pangaea is growing, so we're just going to cycle through a couple more turns here. Oh, the Romans are now the greater power in the world. Interesting. Not surprising, they've conquered
Salve.
2 very good countries.
Procede. Poco offero.
That's a
A te
reasonable-ish deal.
considerando.
Let's take out open borders.
Non. Poco offero. A te considerando.
There we go. For the bargain price of 4 gold and 5 iron and a little bit of gold off the top. Alright, so I think they're talking about Rome as the cultural victory contender here, yeah. That's been the case for quite a while here. He's not getting anywhere near... He's not going to get anywhere closer to this because he's at war. So he basically just uses this against them, which apparently they generate more. Yeah, he's gonna slowly sneak up on them. He's lapped me. Got the Russians just barely. Dominating the Venetians. And now I've dipped into negative happiness here. Okay. Well, fortunately, money's not as big of a concern as I was thinking it might be. Melbourne has been captured by Assyria. That's problematic. Also, at some point, there was a city here, and Assyria just burnt it to the ground. Got rid of the Portuguese. And apparently now they can burn city-states. They can raise what used to be a city-state. I know that because it was my ally once. But not anymore. We're 5 points behind. Let's see here, really. What can we get? Let's try Kaisel, I guess. I guess we try Kaisel, I suppose. I'm sorry, we still have an Atlas? Oh my goodness. Alright, that thing needs to go. This thing also needs to go. Alright, so... Now then, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just light bulb our engineer. Do this as well. And we might as well just do a little bit on combustion here. We'll go ahead and we'll grab Oxford. And the production towards the Hubble telescope will be saved over, even though I've moved it on the priority list here. As you can see, it's still there.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo. Penseghe.
If I have excess of these... Won't you give me 4 for them? Won't you give me 8 for this?
Di sicuro no. Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo. Penseghe.
Kind of a shit deal, man. This is an even more shit deal. Holy crap. Of course, the Russians hate my fucking guts, so what's the point in trying to get a fair trade with them, it's not going to work. Gonna just push ahead on Rolled Wonders here. Found a couple of spots that have uranium. No, Oh! Okay, well, we built our city on top of uranium. That's awesome. Means we get it right away. Alright, these boys right here need to go out and do their thing.
Poco offero, a te considerando.
Just gonna do a quick technology trade, luxury trade there, and I think this is an excellent place to throw down a cut. I've been running a little long. Sorry, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.